In this lecture, we are going to discuss one noteworthy portfolio, which is the Global Minimum Variance portfolio, or the GMV for short. This is the portfolio which is at the very tip of the Markowitz bullet. It's the portfolio, out of all possible portfolios, that has the minimum variance. One reason you might be interested in the GMV is because trying to predict the expected return is difficult. In modern portfolio theory, all the work is done under the assumption that you know the expected return and covariance. But in reality, you have to estimate these. We'll discuss this more later in this section, but the basic idea is the average return is less stable than the covariance. Because of this, the covariance is easier to estimate. In order to solve for the GMV portfolio, we only need the covariance, and we can completely ignore the expected return. Therefore, we don't have to worry about the fact that it's hard to estimate. Let's see how. Okay, so the minimum variance problem is defined as follows. We want to minimize the portfolio variance, subject to the constraint that the sum of the weights is 1. Additionally, we can add other constraints on the weights to limit how extreme they can be as usual. However, note that there is one thing missing here, which is the expected return. In other words, mu does not appear. Why don't we need this? This is because the global minimum variance portfolio doesn't care what the return is at all. Its only objective is to minimize the variance, as you can see from the problem.